Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's well. It's Friday, very nearly beer o'clock. Today I wanted to bring you a video, the next in the series of videos that I'm putting together, based upon allowing the respirator to do the job it's been designed to do and to work in the way it's been designed to be used to give you the right level of protection. So we did half masks previously. That's available on my profile if you want to go back and look at that video. Today we're going to talk about full face masks, and this is a full face mask. I quite often hear people referring to a powered respirator, either a helmet or a hood, as a full face mask. You might think I'm being picky there when I say, it's just terminology, but I'm not. And the reason that I'm not is because most often people are buying those products because they believe they can be used with facial hair or with a beard. And as we'll discover as we talk about this, a full face mask cannot be used with facial hair or a beard that interferes with the seal of the mask. So without further ado, what is a full face mask? Well, firstly, I think it's important to say that there are three levels. There's class 1, which is pretty much semi-disposable. You can't replace any of the parts on it. It may be good if you've got a job where you're going to get caked in rubbish and you're going to throw it away at the end of the day. But otherwise, they're very much a false economy. Class 2 are products that have replaceable parts, so that may be the head harness or the visor or valves, etc. But has some sort of level of replaceable parts that can be maintained. And a class 3, like our SR200 full face mask, is designed for the heavy duty work and also can be used within firefighting as well. That's a class 3 level. So they're classified and tested and certified to those different levels. And I'm going to get boring with you now because I think it's important to mention it. EN 136 is what a full face mask is classified to. And the reason why I say that is because the other thing that I quite often see are people wearing products that they think are full face masks, but which aren't. So there are a number of manufacturers out there, nothing wrong with the products, who manufacture either an integrated set of goggles and a disposable mask, or an integrated set of goggles and a reusable mask. But they're not full face masks, okay? And in most instances, the reason why you're going to be using a full face mask is because it provides you with a higher level of protection. So if you have one of those products and you think it's a full face mask, or you have anything that you're unsure about, then check what it's been certified to. EN 136 is a full face mask. EN 140 is a half mask. EN 149 is a filter in face piece. So it needs to be EN 136 if you require a full face mask, okay? So what makes up one of these things? Well, first of all, you have a harness. You'll notice it's somewhat different in terms of the one for half masks. You have the mask itself, the mask body itself, with an integrated visor, okay? You'll have inhalation on the inside there. Those little orange discs. And these orange discs here, exhalation valves, and you'll have filter or a set of filters. So how does it work? Well, very much similar to that half mask video which I mentioned earlier, which again you can go and see. Same basic principle, okay? You've got a seal all around here, which in the case of a full face mask, the main difference is it seals all the way around the face. So the mask is designed to seal to the face, that word again, seal, to be held onto your head and your face via a head harness. And when you breathe in, the air comes through the filters, whatever they are, filter or filters, and is cleaned. The inhalation valve in here, the little orange disc, opens whilst the exhalation valves close, and when you breathe out, the opposite happens. The inhalation valve closes and the exhalation valve opens. I'm just going to push this forward a moment and just show you how that looks again. So can see, although that's a bit of an exaggerated version, how that's working. So we'll put this back together again. We'll put, for the time being, this particle filter on here, and I'll put it on and show you how you would don this. So as I said, needs to seal to the face, so you put it on, tighten those straps up, tuck those away, tighten those up, tuck those away, and then do our pre-use seal check. Hopefully you can see that sucking in nicely to the face. I'm not going to change these because on ours, the first time you put this on and get face fit tested, once you've got that the right size, unless you undo it, you don't need to change them. So, just need to adjust it with those 4 straps. So, really simple, right? Like the half mask, really very simple. It's designed to seal to the face, be held onto the face securely by the head harness, and for the air to be entering into your lungs via the filter, which will reduce your exposure and remove contaminants from the air. It's pretty straightforward. So what are the issues that we see with these types of products with a full face mask? Well, similarly to when we were talking about the half mask before, the first are filters. So this filter is a particle filter here that I have here. Got pre-filter that sits on the front. So white filter in the UK or Europe, particle filter. That will protect you from particles. So if you've just got particles, wood dust for example, that sit around in the air, that's all you'd need. This is a gas filter, and that will protect you from gases and vapours. So if you're working with paint fumes, for example, solvent fumes, you may only need a gas filter. But if you're then going on to spray that paint, then you're going to have some gas fumes. You might not use this particular filter, but let's not get hung up on that. But you'll have a gas filter for those vapours and gases that are coming off, the solvent vapours, and a particle filter as well. We'll clip those two together. Okay. And now we've got protection from both, because the liquid's a particle, so liquid droplets in the air would need a particle filter. So particle filter, gas filter combined. So the right filters in date, and in our case we only have single filters on the front. Some manufacturers will have twin filters, so filters on both sides. They do need to be on both sides, and they do need to be the same on both sides. Next thing that we see is these are not face fit tested correctly. So there are 2 methods for face fit testing, qualitative and quantitative. You remember I did a video on that a month or so ago now. So the qualitative is the spray, bag over the head, the Bitrex or the saccharin spray. You cannot use that type of face fit test to face fit test a full face mask. It has to be quantitative, so either with a pulse count machine or controlled negative pressure type products. And I do fairly regularly see people that have face fit tested these using qualitative. It's not acceptable to do that, I'm afraid. The other thing that we quite often see, next thing that we quite often see, is that the harnesses will be caked in gunk, paint, cement, you name it, in there. Or alternatively, the straps will be damaged, the buckles will be damaged, or they'll be entirely missing, or just not done up properly. So remember, allow the respirator to do the job it's been designed to do. It's designed to seal, the respirator is designed to seal to the face, and the head harness is designed to hold it there securely. So if you're not doing up all the buckles correctly, as I said earlier, with ours, these 2 at the front here, once you do it up the first time, unless they come undone, you won't need to undo them, do them up again for donning and doffing purposes, but you will need to, these 4 straps that are on the side here, which should move through nice and easily and comfortably. Okay. Probably my biggest bugbear is when I see these being worn over the top of a chemical suit. So there are various types of chemical suits from, let's try and get all the manufacturers, Lakeland, Tyvek, Microgard, 3M also. Various different types of manufacturer and different suits out there with hoods up, okay? The respirator is designed to be worn on your head, underneath the hood, not over the top of the hood, because that hood can slip, can move, and if the hood slips and moves, the mask is going to slip and move. And if the mask slips and moves, your respiratory protection will be compromised, okay? It's not designed to be worn over the top of a hood. It's designed to be worn against your skull, okay? So again, allow it to do the job it's designed to do, wear it correctly. You'll also, if you've got this over the top of some of those chemical type suits, what you fairly typically will see is that you will see that the, let's just open this up so I can turn it around. What you'll see is the seal here compromised, because the suit will be pulled up over here and this will go over the top of the suit. Or the hood part of the suit, and then that will compromise the seal. Other things that are going to compromise the seal are facial hair. As I mentioned, of course, it does need to be face fit tested, as we've just spoken about. But because it's sealing all the way around the face rather than the oral nasal area that half mask does, it means I can quite comfortably have some facial hair around here. It's not a problem, okay? But if I've got some big old Wolverine sideburns, or kind of 1970s rockers sideburns, that may well interfere with the seal of the mask. And if that's the case, I either need to shave those off so they're not interfering with the seal of the mask, or alternatively, look for an alternative form of respiratory protection that will do the job for me. We also very frequently see these in a disgusting state. They need to be cleaned. So once you've finished using them, either with a solvent-free wipe, wiped out, warm soapy water, and the same as I've spoken about with the half masks, make sure that your valves, your inhalation valves and your exhalation valves are clean and the seat is clean, because if that is dirty, that valve will not close properly. And if the valve doesn't close properly, then the mask is not going to do the job it's designed to do, because it's designed for these to close when you breathe in and for the air to come through the filters, okay? So once again, allow the respirator to do the job it's been designed to do. And I'll keep repeating it, and I'm going to keep repeating it, because that's the important mantra that I like to get in the heads of people that are wearing these, okay? And the other really common thing that we see is people who, like me, are slightly visually challenged and need glasses, okay? So if I've got glasses on under here, mine are too big to go under here anyway. But if I try and put glasses on underneath here, look where that's coming down, look where the seal's coming down. It's going to break the seal, and you're going to get contaminant ingressing into the mask through that break in the seal. Once again, the mask is not going to do the job it's been designed to do. So if you're dealing with a quality manufacturer like ourselves, you'll be able to access some prescription glasses inserts, which once they've been fitted with the necessary lenses from Specsavers or Vision Express or whatever your choice of optician is, will then sit inside the respirator and allow you to see clearly. So there we go. That's our full face mask. Once again, designed so as it seals around the entire face, protects the respiratory system and the eyes and the face. Impact protection, 120 meters per second on this one, but others may be slightly lower, but all the same, impact protection for your eyes as well, and designed to seal to the face, be held onto the face securely by your head harness, and then when you breathe in, the air comes through the filters as in cleaned, and when you breathe out, the air goes out through the exhalation valves. If you make sure you allow the mask to do the job it's been designed to do, it will look after your lungs. So please look after your lungs. Have a great weekend. Catch you next time.